the master of physical comedy, the genius behind Mr. Bean, and one of the funniest entertainers the world has ever seen. From unforgettable interviews to hilarious real-life moments, these are Rowan Atkinson's greatest moments.
Bank tellers, last year I went into a bank to cash a check and I handed over the check and she said thank you and she said, "Oh, Mr. Atkinson, I'm such an admirer of your work. Could you sign this piece of paper for my daughter?" So I signed the piece of paper and I handed it back and she took it back, she put it on one side and she looked at my check and she said, "Now, do you have any means of identification?"
Most iconic characters are carefully planned and developed over years. Rowan Atkinson created Mr. Bean almost by accident.
I just stood in front of a mirror, to be honest, and I just started pulling faces, I mean, for want of a better term. And I just sort of, was doing this... And then there was this idea of having a card that came out just going... Anyway, it was something like that.
On The Graham Norton Show, Rowan Atkinson revealed the weirdest fan interactions he experiences.
Yeah, the thing I find most tricky is when people don't recognize you particularly, but half recognize you. It's that strange thing where they go... They stare a lot. I'd rather just, hold up a flag saying yes. A few years ago, there was, I was in a Land Rover parts department near Peterborough, the kind of place you find me on most Saturdays, and I could see this guy doing that. And he came up to me after a while and he said, "Excuse me, has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean?" And I said, "Well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean." And he said, "I bet you wish you were." And there followed this bizarre conversation in which the more I tried to claim that I was the person whom he thought I merely resembled, the less he believed me.
A Top Gear interview should have been about cars. Instead, Rowan Atkinson got everyone laughing by making the most normal names sound completely ridiculous.
Was somebody there called Bob? Anybody else would read it and go, "Right, they're called Bob." You decided that Bob could be a funny word.
Right.
Now, how do you do that?
Well, it just seemed, it was always at the end of the sentence. It was, so how can I help you, Bob? It just seemed like a funny way of saying it, Bob.
Because I was looking at lists of motoring words the other day and wondering if you could, just by saying them, make them funny. Just say the word.
Airbag. De Dion Bouton. Petrol pump.
Also, the faces.
Yeah, exactly, that helps.
Reviewing a car, because I have to think of all sorts of things to say about a car. Now, I know that if you were a presenter on this show, you could just do it with an expression.
Right.
So, for example, if you were presented with McLaren F1, think of another one, from a Range Rover.
Ah, right, okay.
Most people thank the audience when they receive an award. Rowan Atkinson somehow turned the moment into a comedy sketch.
David. Perhaps you'd like to say a few words, David.
Thank you, Vanessa. Ladies and gentlemen, what a delight it is to accept this award on behalf of my close personal acquaintance, John Daniels. John cannot unfortunately accept it himself because he is in Hollywood. I am, however, not in Hollywood. Not having been offered even a minor role in an 8mm pornographic movie. But what a delightful object it is that John has won. Although, I'm sure I will very soon receive one myself when I next buy 10 gallons of petrol at a Texaco. So what is it that Johnny has got that makes him stand apart from other actors of his generation? Well, I think we all know the answer to that one. Syphilis.
Most interviewers think they're in control. Rowan Atkinson usually has other plans.
This side or this side?
Right, how do you want to sit down?
No. I'll get behind you.
Well, I see, I just sit here and
Yeah,
and
you
do
don't
nothing.
have to do anything.
Okay.
Coming up on Sunrise this morning, we meet the lovely Mr. Rowan Atkinson. We talk about Mr. Bean's holiday, and all you have to say is, if you miss it, you miss out. Simple as that. You ready?
Right, okay.
I'm good at this.
Good, okay. How interesting.
Morning, Neil Sean here on Sunrise. A man who needs no introduction, Mr. Rowan Atkinson, and we talk about Mr. Bean's holiday. Remember though, Rowan,
Sorry?
if you miss it, you miss out.
Do you mind doing that again?
Yeah, okay. Morning, Neil Sean here on Sunrise. This morning we meet Mr. Rowan Atkinson and we talk all about Mr. Bean's holiday. Remember though, Rowan?
What?
If you miss it, you miss out.
Oh, yes.
Don't miss Rowan Atkinson on Sunrise this morning.
Rowan Atkinson once told a hilarious story about his friend, and somehow it all came back to a toilet.
It was this story of a friend of mine who went to a party, a housewarming party. This house had just been built. That he arrived at this party and he suddenly he was desperate to go to the toilet, and in quite a big way he needed to go to the toilet. So he went and he came and he burst in the front door of the house, and there was a door by the front door, and he opened that door, and sure enough it was a toilet. And there was a toilet, and he closed the door and he locked it and he sat down and he relieved himself in the way that that he needed to relieve himself. And he felt much better for it. And then he realized that the house had not actually been quite completed. And that the toilet was not actually connected. There was no water going in and there was no drainage coming out. And he'd left this significant calling card of his own. And he sat there, and then he realized that it wasn't, in fact, it was a little office. It was a little study that they just dropped the toilet. It wasn't stored. And because it wasn't supposed to be a toilet, there was no toilet paper. And he was sort of thinking, what the hell am I going to do? And he rummaged around it in his briefcase, and he found some writing paper lying at the bottom of his briefcase, which is about the right size, it's the right sort of. So he used the writing paper as you would wish to use toilet paper, and then he suddenly realized that it was his headed notepaper that he'd used. It had his name, Richard Steiner, written across the top, and he left the paper on top of what he left in the toilet. And it was this fantastic way that it was the least anonymous way you could have committed this heinous social crime. And he picked up his briefcase and he ran out of the house. And he didn't need to send a thank you letter because,
Right, he loved it.
F1 grid walks are famous for chaos. Rowan Atkinson showed up and said, "Hold my teddy bear."
Rowan, how are you?
Extremely good to see you. How are you?
I enjoyed the motorsport dinner the other night. I didn't get a chance to come over and say hello.
True, yeah, I saw you. You were very good.
I don't know about that, but what would Mr. Bean reckon to all of this Formula One malarkey?
Yeah. Well, he would enjoy it very much because he's a car enthusiast, as you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had some magnificent cars, didn't he?
Cars, then he'd enjoy it.
Things got hilariously awkward when Rowan Atkinson started questioning Elton John's name, while Elton John was sitting right there.
I'm sure the first question that everybody would like to ask you is this. Funny name, Elton. How did you come by it? Did you ever consider John Elton? Right, well, let's start with those early albums, then. One of which I believe was called simply Elton John. Yes, that's correct. And you didn't feel awkward with the name at all.
Rowan Atkinson slipped back into character and showed the audience how Mr. Bean would use a trimmer.
Can you give us a little of Mr. Bean shaving? I don't want to put you on the spot here.
Yes. Yes, okay, yeah, it's in the movie. This is how Mr. Bean shaves.
I want to cover all bases.
One of Mr. Bean's most famous scenes looked impossible, until Rowan Atkinson revealed how it was actually filmed, live and in real time.
Now, this is how to act with discretion and decorum on the beach. Should you wish to change into a swimming suit while you've got your trousers on and you've nowhere to hide behind. Okay, you put, we call these swimming trunks in England, but I'll call them
Trunks.
But you know what they are, trunks. So you got your trunks on like this. And then, so what do you do first to take your trousers off? Yes. Good luck, studio. So you do this, take everything down like this, trying to maintain a as much decorum as you can. Okay, like this. And then, okay, so you're so far, so good. But this, obviously, there appears to be a logical incongruity here where you can't start with either leg, but it can be the right leg. You start like this, gotta be discreet. Gotta be discreet, you pull it out like this, like, and then you can, there you are. There you go, okay? And then all you do is feed the crowd. Feed your right leg. Take it gently, feed it through.
Some comedians tell jokes. Rowan Atkinson creates moments you'll never forget. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.